What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we're going to be going over the markets real quick, kind of what to expect for today. As you guys know, I believe in looking at the charts, not the news and all that. The news usually aligns with what the charts are already telling us. But anyways, if you guys enjoy these videos, make sure you smash that thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. I will wait 1 second while you smash it. Thank you very much. And we will... Also, if you guys would, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like these daily updates and share the videos, get them out there. Leave in your comment section below what kind of charts you want to go over, especially if you're a member, because we will be doing member videos. Let me know what day. We'll try to do it once a week. We'll start out that way. So let me know what day would work best for you in the comments below for the member videos. We're going to have to start going over other things in other markets and kind of look for opportunities, because I believe there's going to be some huge opportunities coming sometime next year. So we're going to start looking for those now. So make sure, if you're not a member, go ahead and join. It's like $3 a month, and the only reason I do that is to keep the trolls out. I know it won't keep them all out, but it'll keep most of them out so we can actually chat while we're going over the charts. But anyways, let's get into it. So as of right now, it is 8:28. So the market's open in an hour. The Dow is up 80, S&P's up 12, Nasdaq's up 54. Let's take a look at what happened. So as you guys know, if you've been watching, we've been watching this falling channel. I told you watch for a wick above this. Unless we open and close a daily above this 32, actually we can move that down a little bit. 33 to 30 range. So if we open and close the daily above that, that may negate this whole bearish scenario. But as of right now, everything in the macro is still looking bearish, if you ask me. Now we could come back up and retest this again. There's always a possibility that this comes up to retest this trend line, but chances are it'll come down and it'll be a lower low here and or lower high here and a higher high here, which will tell us that we have way more downside. As you guys know, looking at the Dow, as long as we don't open and close a daily above this, around 27.2, somewhere in this range, depending on how long it gets to come back down to the bottom of this channel. But I believe once that breaks, we're looking more towards the 21.8 range, and actually much worse is possible. We'll talk about that as times go. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you tick those notification bells to get you notified when I post new videos. All right, so looking at the DXY is having a pullback here. Now, the question is, do we come back down and actually test this trend line? That is a possibility. Right now, it lies around 109.40, right in that range. But again, if we do break below this, then maybe, you know, the Dow goes up and everything is, you know, to the moon and craziness. It's always a possibility. I think it's highly unlikely. I think we're going to probably see a huge bounce here. We'll be keeping an eye on this. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, make sure you do. It's Crypto Savvy 1, or at Crypto Savvy 1. You can find that in the links below too. It's in the description. Make sure you use my links from my description or my pinned comment to get my actual Twitter account, because there is a lot of impersonators out there. So let's take a look at what's going on in the big picture, right? You guys know I'm looking for this big picture of 122, and I believe that's when Bitcoin will hit its false bottom, if I'm correct about the whole false bottom scenario, which so far it is playing out beautifully. If we go into the bigger chart, let's go to the weekly. I don't know why this isn't loading. Let's reload it, see if it changes it up. Okay, so let's look at this in the weekly. Apologize for that. It's still not loading up. There we go. All right, so if we break this 122, you guys know I'm looking for a massive rise in the DXY, which is the power of the dollar against other currencies, around 178 to 180. You can see back here, and I don't know why all this is loading so slow. Pretty crazy. There we go. So all that is a measured move of the breakout of this falling wedge to get us up to these levels. But again, I think we hit the 122-ish area, and then we get a, you know, minor pullback in that area. Let's look at where this is at now. So we're still getting that pullback. we'll check on that towards the end of the video. But right now we are looking like we're possibly going to test that, guys. If we get a huge bounce off of this trend line, I think it's going to be ugly for the crypto market. So this is the monthly RSI. We had our 2 touches here, had our little fake out pump right here, and got rejected right on that trend line. Now, if you look at the monthly, Bitcoin's matured. People are looking at the weekly saying it bottomed. I've been warning you guys of this. The monthly has a lot further down to go, so be careful. Also, we talked about this, lower highs in the price action, higher highs in the RSI, hidden bearish divergence up here. You can see what happened. And what did we have down here? The same thing. Lower highs here, higher highs in the RSI, hidden bearish divergence. Looks like it broke through this falling wedge. Not a beautiful sign for crypto. All right, let's take a look at the weekly. So the weekly, as you guys know, my weekly target still around 14.5. Could we go up from here? Possibly, but I'm still looking at this 14.5. I think we're most likely going to hit that before we get a significant bounce. We're getting a little bounce now. I think we're at 17.3. But nevertheless, this is my target from this rising, broadening wedge. We bring it down 14.5. Still looking for that. We also have a target below that at 8,500. And then the target for the ultimate low at around 35 to 4,500. Now, if you've been watching this channel, I do believe we get a bounce in this area, unless, of course, some craziness happens and we just hit these targets sooner. I'll keep you updated on that. But as you guys know, I'm thinking that 75 to 8,500 sometime in January, February, March, actually February, March area, probably get a big rally, maybe back up to this 14.5 area, and then middle or end of next year to hit our actual low. Let's get into the smaller time frames, but before we do, make sure you check out Prime XBT if you are interested in trading. By far my favorite crypto exchange. They don't trade against you. You can use my promo codes down below. Savvy50 will get you up to a $7,000 bonus. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. Yeah, check them out. You could trade Forex, crypto, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, pre-markets, post-markets, all from one exchange. You can have multiple trades in. They don't clump them all together like the scam exchanges. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on here. So as you can see here, I have this on this chart, our low over here. Once we broke it, we didn't come back down to test or up to test it. Then we had our low over here at 25.3. We didn't quite get back to test it. Now, if we look at where we're at now, we did actually retest our old low, I think. Let me see. Yes, we retested our old low almost to the dot. Looks like it's getting rejected here. We'll see what happens. If we do get back above this, then we could be going up to that 18.3 to 19,000 range. But if you look at the RSI, it is resetting pretty quickly. If we get up to this range, we'll probably show more hidden bearish divergence, and hidden bearish divergence is a continuation of the trend. All right, let's take a look at the daily. So the daily, as you guys know, on the RSI here, we broke down from this wedge. Also, if you look at the daily, it does look like we're coming back up to retest this trend line. Remember, the RSI follows the body, not the wick. So this could wick above as long as it closes below this trend line on the RSI right here, and that's off of these lows. Then we get a rejection and a continuation to the downside. You can see the RSI had a big, straight line here. It's got to recover a little bit before continuing to the downside. As you guys know, we're watching this falling channel, and let's take a look here. So what's the measured move from this descending triangle? That would get us down to approximately that 7,700. But again, I don't think we're going to see that until February or March area. I know everybody's thinking that this low has to come now. If you've been watching this channel since December 2nd, told you this was going to take time, and I explained how bubble pop patterns work. You get pumps, everybody gets super bullish, it just makes a lower high and goes down, makes a lower low. Then everybody's super bearish, wishes they would have sold up higher, and then it starts pumping again, and they still don't sell, and it makes a lower high, and then it continues down to make a lower low over and over again. So how high could this possibly go up here? We could come retest this 18.3, 18.5 range before reversing back down. But still, like I said, once we break this 18.3 area, I do expect this 14.5 to hit. I'm still expecting that. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. All right, looking at it on the 4 hour, as you guys know, we called this about two weeks ago, maybe a little bit more than 2 weeks, as this being our top 21.5, and that was just a measured move of this wedge over here, right? So we did hit that almost to the T. Didn't quite tag the 25, but you know, you never try to get the exact dollar. But anyways, we did drop that back down below. Like I said, we could come up and retest this 18.3 to 18.5 range before continuing down. Looking at the RSI, no real divergence here yet. But if we get up to this range, we're going to be showing some major divergence from this high here. So just be aware of that. Be careful. So what are the areas we want to watch here? Is that 18.3 to 18.5, and then we go back up to right here. That would match up with the 55 EMA on the 4 hour around 19.2. So that is another possibility we can get to that level. But again, let's take a look at the DXY before we go any further. DXY is breaking that trend line. If that breaks, we may get one more rally. So it is breaking. Let's see where this 4 hour closes. We may just be retesting this right here, this old low. We'll see what happens. I will jump back in the video here or back to this in a minute. But anyways, this is what we're looking at as of right now, guys. I still see this as bearish, and this is where I was talking about the December 2nd video. We talked about our drop, and then we get just like over here in the Amazon bubble, we get a rally. Everybody, you know, gets all giddy again, thinks they're going to new all-time highs just to make a lower low. Then they wish they would have sold up here. Then you get another little rally. Everybody gets giddy again, thinks you're going to new all-time highs just to make a new lower low, over and over again. And you can see where we're at now. It's pretty much playing out the same. We talked about the little tiny spike above the weekly RSI, fake out right around here. Same thing we got over here. If this does play out the same, like I said, our bottom, it could be as low as 6,500, but I'm looking for more as 75 to 8,500 February or March area. Get a rally back up to maybe that 13.5-ish area, and then a continuation to make the actual low sometime in the middle or end of next year, right? Here's another part zoomed out on the Amazon chart. If it was to play out the same, does that mean we get to new all-time highs by 2025? Absolutely not. We would probably get somewhere between the 35 and 45,000 sometime in the middle of 2025 and continue down. Now, if this at any time breaks this 55 EMA, which is now around 29,000, then that would invalidate this whole theory. So that is the invalidation point, this 55 EMA. As you can see, we never crossed it over here. So we'll see what happens there. I know a lot of people want to get super bullish every time they think they called the bottom. I think the bottom will be in when people quit calling the bottom and the Moon Boys start calling for 1K. I think that's when the bottom will probably be in. Just my 2 cents. Anyways, that's what I'm looking at, guys. There is plenty of opportunity here. I know a lot of people think this is negative, but in the big picture, if this does play out like that, we break the all-time high in 10 years, then you got 10 years to wait to break the all-time high. That does not mean you're in a bear market for 10 years. The bear market ends here, right? And then, you know, there's tons of opportunity here to make money. People need to understand that. Tons of opportunity. So here is the final Amazon compared to Bitcoin chart. And this is Amazon right here, same time frame, same everything, laid over here. Looks like we are playing out almost identically. Now, it doesn't have to play candle for candle. You know, this could look, you know, different, but nevertheless, it holds the structure if this continues to play out the way it is. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash those likes. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what day you would like to see the members video where we go over all kinds of different charts, whatever you guys suggest. Anyways, thanks a lot. Make sure you share the video, and I will see you in the next one.